Bitch, I'm brand new Black Lilith coming through. Hey y'all. So this is my corner. Um this is like our first video. I'm kind of excited. Um God has really God's spirit has really put me um in this position to really talk about his doing. And I think what I want this channel to be is that I want it, I got it written down. Hold on. I want it to be about, um, about, um, liberation, freedom, and self autonomy. Um, so what, so what is Black Lilith, or who is Black Lilith? What is it? Who is it? So basically, she's your inner shadow. Um, so it is when, so say this is the moon. So say this is, so say yourself is Earth, right? You are you. You are on Earth, right? So say this is the moon, right? And then on the opposite side, you have the shadow point of the moon. If you per se, I can't put my fucking hand. Okay, per se, right? So your Earth, this is the moon. You see the moon, right? You see the moon. You're like, oh, this is the moon, you know? And then, but you have your shadow self, which is basically, some people say north, south node or north node. Um, but basically, it's your shadow. You don't know it, you don't see it, but it's there. So, um, it's about basically being able to maneuver your shadow and being able to be in balance with your shadow. And so, because being in your shadow is not a bad thing, it depends on how your mind, how you perceive it. Okay, so like, um, let me just get back to, so basically, it's the why behind where you put your foot down and say, nah, this shit ain't happening. You feel me? So I really, since I'm an Aries, okay, for you guys who don't know, I'm an Aries, and um how it really, so this is funny, how it really came about um was that I was in church. um I was I grew up in church. And throughout being there, and then from being there on Sunday and then having my regular life outside of church, um there were some things that didn't happen in church, but it happened outside of church, so out on my regular day-to-day basis. And like, it's funny because we think that, like, something, well, I mean, at my age, I was younger. Like, I was in church for till I graduated high school. So literally, I would say from maybe like from 7 or 8, I believe, I was in church. So from 7, we'll say 7 to about, yeah, literally up until like my last day to leave for college. Um, and so, um, I was at college. I didn't. I was trying to. How do you say? I was trying to find another church home, basically. And it was really hard for me to find anywhere I fit in. One, I went to a predominantly white school. Okay, 2 hours from Pittsburgh. I was in the boonies. Okay, Edinburgh is not that far, but it still was. It was out of my norm. I'm a city girl. Okay, I'm city down. Okay, but so which was cool is I ended up going to Edinburgh, loving the campus, loving everything about it. Um, I didn't want to stay my first year. I didn't like it. I didn't know anybody. Well, I did have some friends, but I was like, I wanted more for myself. So my mentor and my father was like, nah, just stay here. You'll be okay. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So I ended up staying. Um, and throughout my journey there and still having my belief system and just knowing how to move accordingly through different things without even having or without even going to church. And that really opened my eye um, just over the last year. Like, just over the last year. And he really, like, I've always seen his miracles in my life. And it's on a day to day. It's not like it's not like, oh, this here happened when I was this age and this. No, I see it every day. Okay. Um. So yeah. Yeah. Um. So then I started to question myself. Basically about like why don't I not want to be in church? Why is it? Why do I feel weird going to church? Um. Why is it that my miracles are happening outside of church? But it was like that makes sense because it's your everyday life now. But like, I guess at the time I was just like, I was kind of upset at God because I'm like, I prayed for 10 years. I prayed 10 long years, bro, to have a relationship with my mom, and I'm like, I'm praying and praying, bro. And I said, you know what? Like, after I got pregnant with my daughter, um, our relationship has always been rocky. But I, I eventually, I'm like, how am I going? I was talking to my dad in a sense, and I'm like, Dad, I don't understand. I don't get it. How you want me to go to church and I'm praying and I'm doing everything I am, and you're telling me nothing's happening? Nothing's happening? I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm pissed the fuck off. So he's like, oh my gosh, you should not be mad at God. I said, why the fuck not? I can't be. What the fuck is going on? So, poof, that was like my awakening, you know? It was like, it's like, cuz, nigga, I ain't want you in a motherfucking church. You ain't supposed to be in that motherfucker. I need you to go explore the world, okay? And I always been so attracted to nature, love, science, the stars, um, what else? Just everyday life, but everything is connected, intertwined, and like just one is one, you know? Um, and I've always, as I was growing, I always made sure that I had a sense of self. Um, and that's really, I think, what really helped me up on my life journey, even as a child. Um, and that's really to spirit for real, for real. Okay. Because I've been through a lot in my childhood. A lot of arguing, family, aunts, uncles, just family, just arguing, smoking, drinking, just 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 a lot of not. It wasn't always chaos, but there was. I always felt drama. But so yeah. Anyway, so after being awakened, and after really coming out of a hard relationship, after having my daughter, um, I really got into um, the universe, learning the stars, the planets, and how they affect us and how we're connected to that, and just really trying to understand myself because no one can understand you but you know? So you got to do your research. It's here. It's as they say, it's written in the stars. It's there's a saying for that for a reason. There is a saying for that for a reason. So if we're not able to understand what it what our purpose is, I think we have to look to the sky. We have to look to the stars because that is what God, how God written our lives here. But at the same time, we need to wake the fuck up. Hello. Hell fucking low. I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, so that's a little background about me. I might go into some other detail. But yeah, so that really after so I seen a video. What really caught my eye was seeing somebody doing a tarot reading, and I was with my baby's father at the time, and we were sitting on the couch, and he was just scrolling, and it came up, and it was like Aquarius, blah 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 blah. I said, hmm, hmm. I said, yeah, that sounds about right. But and it was funny because at the time of me hearing it, it was months ago. It was months ago. And I'm like, wow. Hmm. So then I start, so this is AKA, this is to Mecca Dreams. Thank you. You really, if it wasn't for your post, I think it was like in June or July, but when I seen it, I think it was like in September. Like it was like it was like September, maybe October. But so I seen it and it really just like opened my eyes, and what you were saying, I was like I was able to pinpoint parallel, be able to use my discernment, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting the fuck up out of this shit. I don't want to be here. But it was the fact of me knowing it was my confirmation. Boo, you were my confirmation. And that started the motherfucking ball, y'all. She literally like once once I found Mecca, I was like, wait, what? This is a thing? And so what's funny is so so I hop, skip, and jump, y'all. I'm ADHD. I probably gotta get it, but whatever. Anyway, I'm neurodivergent, all of that shit. But um, what it was I really got into tarot, but not really into tarot. But it was my ex's. So before I got with my baby dad, I had an ex. Um, but my baby dad like kind of in a sense tore us apart. But I ain't gonna say that. But it was just like we were trying and it wasn't working, and this person came in and yeah. So whatever. Anyway, but while I was with my ex, um, we used to watch Ghost Hunters. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Y'all, I wasn't in the ghosts and shit because I was what? I was in the Bible, you know? So nothing wrong with it. Um, I'm reading the Bible, y'all. Jesus is funny, bro. Bro, Jesus is funny as heck, bro. But anyway, so me watching Ghosts and listening and just watching it with him and stuff like that. Um, it opened my eyes, and we weren't together that long, really. It was like maybe fall into winter, and I was just like, I can't do this, cause yeah. But for some reason, we always stayed in contact, and that's I'm like, I think I'm on a twin flame journey, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so he opened my eyes. Then I sing Mecca, and that even opened my eyes even more. And I'm like, I can figure out who I am. It's all here, and all I have to do is understand where I need to focus at and how to maneuver down here and be able to speak and talk to spirit and my higher self and to be able to guide myself here because can't it if you look in the Bible, my daughter had my Bible earlier, but it's Luke, I think 3:11, or I might be wrong. No, it's it's Luke something, but it's when he says the kingdom is in you, right? Um, he was saying to the Pharisees, and that shit really that was a confirmation. That was I was watching a tarot reading and from Impossible 2.0, and thank you. And she gave me that Bible verse, right? And I seen it. I said, "Oh wait, let me." Stopped it. Went to go get my Bible. Looked it up. I said, so I watch her because I want to intertwine me understanding the Bible, but also more so understanding Jesus and the things he did while he was here. Um, to get an understanding of how to move like him and also help people like he did in a sense. So that's why I created my channel. Um, and that's why it's called Black Lilith. But it's about just I want us to be able to we some one thing about Aries, is that we're always thought to basically, we're angry, we're always mad, or like, I don't know, I just always like, I'm always labeled as that, like, or you think you know it all and all this and all that. No, honey, 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 boo boo. Okay, Aries. Okay, one is love. Okay, is fucking all love. If you don't fucking understand that, then you don't understand you don't understand Aries. People, period. Okay, at least me. I'm all about love, but at the same time, it's my delivery sometimes. But I don't care. If you know me, you know me. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is at the end of the motherfucking day. And I'm gonna try to help you. Oh, my dog. And I'm gonna try to help you. But if you willing to want, if you don't want my help, listen, I'm gonna sit back and watch, baby, and eat my motherfucking popcorn. Cause listen, there's been too many people that I've tried to help, and niggas they just ignore me. They just ignore me, and I'm like, I don't. I'm trying. God, I'm trying here. I'm like, these mother ain't listening. Ain't listening. So now I'm like, okay. Now I'm at the point where I gotta do me. You know, I gotta do me. And this is what God wants me to do. So Black Lilith is about revealing parts of yourself that you are ashamed of expressing to others. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all ready for that tea, but let's get into it. So, when we feel ashamed about something, right? Um, it can hurt. You feel like you're not being true to yourself. Um, and you feel angry. You get mad at yourself. You get mad at yourself. You do. And you getting upset at yourself is your shadow talking to you. And this is your moon, and this is your shadow. So I'm a very visual learner. Sometimes I have to use my hands or write out a diagram or something just to for people to understand what I'm thinking. But and they get the visual. Like sometimes people need fucking visuals. Like, you know, um so yeah. So then you're like, why the fuck am I angry? Oh, I'm angry at myself. Because why? I was not I wasn't abiding by what I wanted, by what myself needed. I was people pleasing. Um that's the biggest thing ever, I think, is people pleasing. I don't know what else is. That's all it is. I mean, if everybody stopped people pleasing and loved on herself, oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, that's a lot of healing. but, but I just want to say, like, um, sorry, I just got off track. But damn, I got off track. Um, dang, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, that's why I'm making my channel, because I want us to understand and be okay, like back to the drawing board. Okay, um, I want us to be able to understand our anger and understand how to control it and be able to use that anger and alchemize it into pushing us forward, regardless if it's somebody talking behind your back, if it's somebody that don't like you at work, somebody don't like you in your family, somebody don't like you doing what you're doing, any of that, all of that. What Drake say? Why y'all keep gaslighting me? Where that shit go? To my head, boy. Don't let me get you on. Don't listen. I'm a Drake fan. I'm a Scorpio moon. So Drake is like my emotional inner person in a sense. Like he gets me, I get him. I could go through all of his albums and I could tell you my life story. Like when I became to a really um begin to really like love myself. I always loved myself. Because I've been bullied since fucking pre-K out. Maybe not pre-K because I was nah, fuck that shit. Probably pre-K, like Head Start, like type shit. But I always knew God's spirit was in me. I mean, He's in everybody. We just have to be able to recognize it and know how to use what He has given us. But yeah, so I don't know why I have this song in my head right now, but yeah, guys. So I just wanted to start and say hello. It is, yeah, it's 3:32. It's about to be 3:33. So that just I feel like it's my own confirmation to let's look it up real quick. Just so I ain't that crazy. Um, sorry, my nose is running. Um, 333, divine support, encouragement, thumbs up. So this is feeling really good. I'm excited, y'all. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff regarding to your Black Lilith. To I will be having a store. What I want it to be is basically it's going to be I don't want to say black witchery, but it's more of like black Afrocentric um Afrocentric futuristic, like I want to have like futuristic divine like tapestry and stuff like that for the zodiac signs. That's what I'm trying to spit out. But yeah, so um yeah, so that's my plan. Because God is like, you need to, what you doing? So I'm like, all right, squeaky squeak. Yeah, um, so yeah. So we gonna be talking about our shadow because I feel like I don't I don't see a lot of people really grasping the understanding of how to understand your anger, how to understand your shadow, and how to really balance it with it's your light and dark. I mean, okay, it's your light and dark. It's like black and white. It's like yeah, yeah. So we're gonna learn about that, and I'm gonna be learning with y'all. So we're gonna take it one step at a time. While I'm learning, you learning, And whatever I'm learning, I'm going to teach y'all. Because whoever is willing to listen is here. But if you're not, get the fuck out of here. Okay? Because you do not have to stay. I listen. Listen. Y'all don't understand what God has put me through to even get to this point. No, no one knows how many motherfuckers I had to drop to get to this point. But guess what? I'm motherfucking happy. Okay? I my little soul is like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I'm living in my dream. I didn't expect it to come out this way because you never do. You don't know what the universe gonna throw at you, throw at you, throw at your ass. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. You gotta be 10 toes down, ready to go. You gotta what you know what I'm saying? So I want to be the one to let y'all know where to go when it comes to people really coming at you, because yeah, we have our instincts. We know how to move, but it's just the becoming. It's the be knowing, becoming of you. So it's the becoming of me. Okay, listen, y'all. I have had to mask myself for the last 30 years. I'm fucking done, okay? I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm done. And God said, no, you done. You don't need this fucking shit. You don't need none of these. Say, I got you. Bet. Let's roll. Let's roll. You don't gotta say nothing now. What is that? You said get the fuck up out of there. That's it. Yes. Move right along. So, alright, y'all. It's 3:37. We gonna end this. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is gonna be my first video. This is raw dog. It's raw dog. It's dirty. Yeah. But this is me. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Cause yeah, it's gonna be fun. Y'all gonna see me grow. Like, this is 2026, baby. It's Black Lilith's year. Yeah. So next episode, we're gonna talk about, I don't know. What we gonna talk about? God gonna give it to me. I don't know. But this was really just like, I'm initiating it now, today. I'm getting it off my motherfucking chest. I cuss a lot. I do. And I think there's power behind that. So if you ain't 18 and up, sorry, you gotta go. Cause listen, expressing, that's what I do. Okay? And there's so much that has been held up in here, bro. And in here, your throat chakra, bro, my throat chakra has been canceled out for so long. Like, I'm ready to like throw up at the mouth with words, just because I'm just so excited and I'm just so happy and I just feel so free. I feel free. I feel, oh my God, I feel free and I feel seen, even if it's just me. Okay, if that makes sense. Like, that's enough. That's enough for me. It should be enough for everybody. But now I'm sharing it with y'all. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Black Lilith, mother. Ow.